everyone. I hope you're doing really well and I hope you've been enjoying your summer so far. It's already the end of August and fall is right around the corner. I do think the temperatures are going to be warm for another few weeks, but it definitely feels like there's a shift in the air, and James will be heading back to school soon, which is definitely the turning point for me when it comes to changing seasons. August has been a really busy month for me, mostly in the studio. I've been extremely busy just working on a few new projects, tons of project bags, and preparing for an event that I'll be participating in September, which is also very exciting and a teensy bit stressful. But in between all of that, I've been trying to squeeze out the most from summer and just enjoy the current season while thinking ahead and starting to think about a little reset for fall. I have found that whenever I'm really busy and maybe a little bit overwhelmed, there are a couple of things that help me. One is making some lists. Two is doing a bit of a reset or having some organization sessions. And the last one is spending time on my creative hobbies. So that has been at the top of my mind for the last few days, and I thought it would be fun to take you along with me for the next few days while I really try to focus on those things and reset for fall. I've done a little bit already. I've been cleaning out some more closets and cupboards. I moved my tree mug, which you may have seen in the beginning of this video, and I'm loving those changes. So I'll give you a little recap of what I've done so far and take you along with me for the next few days while I work on some of my knitting projects and just get back into some really good routines for a new season. Good morning and happy Sunday. It's a couple of days later. I had a really busy week and I'm using some time this morning to just reset for the week ahead, and I'm trying to get back into some good routines. I'd like to spend my afternoon just knitting and sitting outside with a good book, but first I thought I would do a little bit of self-care while I tackle a couple of things in my bedroom to get organized. I want to gather some laundry. I want to change the sheets on my bed, and I just have a few areas in here to declutter for the week. So I pulled out my LED mask from Foreo. This is the Foreo FAQ 202 mask. It's basically a mask that uses wavelengths of light to improve your skin. I've been using this for a few months now. I usually incorporate it into my nighttime routine, and I do a 15-minute treatment about 3 or 4 times a week. And I've really noticed an improvement in just the overall texture and look of my skin. I'm approaching 52 in September, and some of my concerns are just dullness and loss of elasticity. And I definitely notice a change after I use this mask. It has 8 different wavelengths, including near infrared, which target all kinds of skincare concerns. It boosts collagen production. It targets acne, dark spots, rosacea, uneven skin tone, and it enhances the overall radiance of your skin. There are 600 points of light. It is a flexible silicone mask that molds to your face and is super comfortable. It's also wireless, so you can do all kinds of things while you are doing a little bit of self-care at the same time. I normally do a 15-minute treatment that cycles through a few different wavelengths in the evenings when I'm winding down for the night. But I think today I am going to set it up with just this red wavelength and change the sheets on my bed and get a few things done in my bedroom. I chose the red LED setting on my Foreo mask, including the near infrared light treatment, which diminishes fine lines, sunspots, wrinkles, and sagging. I kept it on for about 15 minutes while I changed my sheets and tidied up a few corners of my bedroom. Glenn and I were out late at a friend's last night, and so it was the perfect way to pamper my skin this morning while I also tackled my to-do list. I'm putting a QR code to link you to the Foreo website, where you can find out a little bit more about Foreo products, including the FAQ 202 mask. And I also have a 30% discount code that I'm really excited to share with you. It is Lakeside 30, which will get you 30% off at checkout. I finished tidying up my bedroom and I got myself ready for the day, and I was just gathering a few projects to see what I might want to work on this afternoon. I am very, very bad at getting distracted by more things to do around the house, and I am being very mindful today to carve out an hour or two this afternoon to just relax after a busy week and work on something creative that I love. So while I was pulling all of these things out, I thought I would share a little whip update with you. The one project I've been working on the most recently is my Olga sweater, which I have in this little mini tote bag of mine in black plum. I've been loving this little bag so much lately. I'm currently using the avocado color as my everyday handbag, but I also love it for a project. This is the Olga sweater by Petite Knit. I finished the first section, which is the back panel. It's kind of like a trapezoid shape. And I have picked up the stitches and started the first shoulder, which kind of wraps over, and then we'll connect to the other one eventually. It's very interesting construction. I've never done anything like this before, but it is easy to follow when you just really take your time and read the pattern a couple of times. There are also videos to support the pattern on the Petite Knit website. I will say, it's very messy to work on this right now. There are just yarns hanging and needles kind of hanging around, but I think once I get this shoulder done and then the next one, and then you kind of join everything, I think that will be the point where it will just feel a lot more comfortable to me. Also, I'm not loving how my German short rows look here. This is where that section ended and I picked up the stitches for the shoulder. I feel like there are a lot of gaps and it's not a very clean seam. I'm not sure how to correct that. If you have any tips, please let me know. But then I was thinking, will it look strange if I do it perfectly on the second one? I don't know. I think it will be fine. I think it's going to look beautiful, and I'm just really enjoying these colors and the gauge of these yarns. This is the, I don't think I have the ball bands here, but it's the Peer Gynt in, I think, like a poppy color and an oatmeal color. Really loving this yarn. I'm almost done, just the first 2 balls. And this is what I think I might want to work on this afternoon, because I really want to finish that first shoulder panel and get on to the next one before the work week starts. But I also have this beautiful basket of socks, which I think I shared a little while ago when I set it up. I don't know how much progress I had made, so I will do a quick recap. In the first leather bunny bag, this one is blueberry, I have a homespun house yarn, and I'm working on a vanilla sock. I'm on the heel flap, which is where I usually slow down a little bit. Not my favorite, but I'm almost done the heel flap. So this is just a plain vanilla sock with a 2x2 rib, and I love it. The yarn is a sock set from an advent calendar a couple of years ago, and I think it's beautiful. I'm planning on using the contrast just for the toe. So that is sock number 1. Sock number 2 is a really fun pattern, and I think I did do a bit of work on this since I shared it with you last. It's a pattern by Tracy Miller of the Grocery Girls. It's the Saturday sock, and this is my second one. So I'm pretty sure I was around here the last time I shared. Not too sure though, or maybe I was up by, no, I wasn't up with the Progress Keeper. I should move that. I've done another repeat of the pattern, and it's really fun. This is using a DK weight sock yarn from Legacy Fiber Arts in the color Dry Roast, and I'm using cinnamon sticks for the toe. It's a really beautiful squishy sock, and whenever I feel like working on something different, I have this one close by. It's just in a little denim bunny bag, and these are so great to just throw all into one big basket or bag. The next one is a new sock cast on that my heart could not resist. I think I had a week where I was a little under the weather and I just wanted something different. I've put them in this beautiful sunflower bunny bag, and I pulled out a yarn from, let's see here, Full Moon Fibers. The color is Flower Power. It's the Solar Sock Base, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. And I picked this up at the Kawartha Fiber Festival, not this year, but last year. And I've been looking at it for a few months, dreaming about it. Just the pops of neon with the purple and the mustard. I couldn't resist. So I cast another sock on, and I'm having a lot of fun with this one. I think the colors are so unique, and I also feel like they're kind of seasonless. At first I thought they were very spring, summer, but I'm also getting a bit of a Halloween vibe from it. So I'm really enjoying this. It's just another vanilla sock. I did a 2x2 rib cuff again, and I don't know how long I'm going to make these. I think if I have the patience, I might make them a little bit longer than I normally do my socks. I don't usually do a really long leg on my sock, but I think this one might be nice, especially if I want to wear them with boots in the fall. I don't have super high boots, but I do have some cute boots that are higher than ankle length, and I just thought these would be really cute. So that's my new cast on, and I'm really enjoying those. And I think because I was feeling under the weather and just a bit tired on that particular week, starting a new sock was just what I needed instead of working on a heel and the heel turn or working on the pattern sock. So I basically have socks at all the different stages. One is just easy around and around right now, and then the other two are great for when I have a little bit more time to concentrate. A couple of other things that I have gathered for this afternoon that are potential candidates are my needlepoint bookmark, which I have not been picking up at all. I think I was a little bit discouraged. I am not experienced with needlepoint. This was my first project, and I really enjoy the process and I love the look of it, but I felt a little bit stuck with how to change my colors. So I was chatting with a few ladies on my Patreon recently. I got some advice from them, and I think I'm just going to carry on and push through, not question it too much, because I think this is just a really nice craft to do when you don't feel like knitting, which sometimes happens for me. And the last thing that I have pulled aside to take maybe outside on my little afternoon creative time is this book. I pulled this out a little while ago. It's The Year of Magical Thinking from Joan Didion, and I'm really enjoying this. I'm right at the beginning, haven't read too much yet, but I thought today would be the perfect day to maybe sit outside for a few minutes. I might have to change. I think it's quite warm. I want it to be cooler, but it's quite warm today. So I think I'm gonna put a t-shirt on and sit outside, maybe bring out a cold iced tea or something and read a little bit first. And then after that, I'm going to spend some time with my knitting. I opened up my new puzzle and I'm hoping to work on this today as well. I'm going to start by just pulling out all of the edge pieces so I can make the border. But I wanted to share a couple of house updates that I made on the main floor, mainly in the kitchen and dining room. I just wanted to spruce things up for the new season. And I used to have my mug tree in this corner on this little cabinet, and I've loved it here. It didn't really fit in my kitchen, and so this was the best spot for it. But I shuffled things around, I did a little bit of brainstorming, and I managed to figure out a way to have it in the kitchen. And I'm really happy with this space and the new space in the kitchen. So over here, I kept the lamp and I just moved over this little tray with a couple of plants and a candle and this wire basket that I love with some of my current cookbooks, especially to kind of celebrate the end of summer. Before fall is here, I am really trying to squeeze out a little bit more from the summer cooking vibes. But in the kitchen, I moved the mug tree to this little table, which used to be in another spot. I've been shuffling this around and it fits so well here. It's right beside my espresso machine. It is perfect in the mornings to just choose my mug, and it's also really close to the dishwasher when we are unloading mugs. And I'm really happy with this little change. Sometimes I just need to shuffle things around and make things feel a little bit new. I did have this little metal cart in that spot before, and I don't really know where this came from. I'm pretty sure Glenn found this on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or something ages and ages ago. I've had this forever, but I know they have them at kitchen supply stores or on Amazon or just different kinds of organizing stores. But I love keeping some of my cookbooks and my slow cooker and our little fruit bowl here. So I'm really happy with these changes. I have this cart moved over here instead of over there, and now my mugs are right in the kitchen. So I was just gathering my little couch or backyard bag, which is my carry-all. I've got my knitting project in here and my book, and I think I'm gonna go sit outside. I just heard a cricket, and I thought I would mention that Glenn got these little devices that you can hide in a room that will play cricket sounds to annoy someone, which is so ridiculous. I don't know who he's planning on tricking, but that's another Glenn purchase for you. Enjoyed some relaxing time in the backyard, but now I've come in to do some knitting on the couch because I wanted to start something so that we have a sweet treat in the cake dome for the week ahead. That is something I usually do in the fall, and I thought it would be nice to get back into the routine of doing that. And one of my favorite things to have in the cake dome in the fall is in this recipe. It's an old cookbook, all recipes cookbook. I think I got this 15 or 20 years ago from Winners or HomeSense. And the recipe I will be making is this pumpkin cake by D. Adams. I'm pretty sure it's still on the website. I will try to find it and link it down below. Just look at how dirty these pages are. I couldn't even tell you how many times I have made this cake. I use my Pampered Chef Bundt cake pan. I add chocolate chips, and we just really enjoy it any time of the day. It is such a nice treat that isn't too special, so you can have it in the afternoon. You can even have it as a mid-morning snack with a coffee or tea. It's delicious. And it had me thinking about a certain kind of cookbook that I've always really loved. It's not so much the type that I just like to flip through and read the stories and kind of just get the feeling from, but I also really love books that are chock full of recipes and resources. I have always loved recipes from Better Homes and Gardens. I have quite a few of their special edition magazines where they focus on like apple desserts or breads or just all kinds of magazines. And I even have a couple of books called the annual recipes where they would compile their best recipes from their magazine that year and put them into a book. I have always loved them. And this has been on my radar for a really long time. It's called Better Homes and Gardens 100th Anniversary New Cookbook. I finally picked it up a few months ago. I've tried a couple of recipes from here, and I thought this would be the best book to pull out on a weekend or even on a Sunday night with my notebook beside me and just jot down a couple of ideas for the week. It is just so full of information, and I think there are a lot of classics in here, but there are classics with a new spin. There are variations on things. There are updates on classic recipes. I really love this book, and it makes me feel like I am flipping through a magazine. It just has that feeling. There are just little blurbs here and there that you can read. There are updates on some of their best recipes, and I really love it. Everything I have tried in here so far has been great. There are cooking charts, lots of information on grilling, on canning, and tons of dinner ideas. I also love the breakfast section. There's just so much in this book. I think it's the perfect one to flip through and make a bit of a loose meal plan for the week. I have made the chicken piccata in here, which was delicious. I used to make that a lot years ago, but I had kind of forgotten about it. So that is back in rotation around here. These oven-baked chicken strips look great. Here's the chicken piccata that I made. It's just a lot of good stuff in here. There's also a cake that I made that was absolutely to die for. I'll show you that one. It's towards the end, but there's lots and lots of amazing recipes, as you can see. It's a big book. I love the photos, lots of soups. Can you tell I'm really excited about this one? I feel like it was one of my favorite cookbook purchases of the year. Gatherings and brunch, how to cook steaks, how to cook roasts, sides, so much. I think the cake is coming up. Oh my gosh, can you hear the cricket? Here, oatmeal cake. Look at that. It's a really basic oatmeal cake, but it has a topping, I think with brown sugar and coconut and nuts, and it is so delicious. So I wanted to share this book because I think sitting with this to do a meal plan on the weekends will be so helpful this fall as I ease back into baking a little bit more. So we have a sweet treat for the week, more muffins, the occasional dessert. Yeah, it's a really great book. I wanted to share that because I love it so much. I went to Ikea. I needed to pick up a new bar for a broken bed, which I found. And while I was there, I just wandered through and had a look at some of the new things. I really wanted to see a new lamp that they had. It was kind of small and wicker. It's kind of cute, but when I saw it in person, I didn't love it, and it was a little pricey for what it was. So I left it behind, but I did come home with a couple of other things. I got one of these plastic laundry baskets. I have a few of these in the light blue color. that they used to do, and I think this is just the new color of them, which I love. It's this gorgeous green. I use these a lot in my studio with bag making. Whenever I am cutting stacks of fabric or bundling things to work on, I just use these to keep everything organized, and I really love them. Kind of wish I got 2 of them, but 1 is good. And then I got a couple of these melamine trays. I've always loved their trays like this. We use them when we're having tea or coffee and a little snack, and I can just carry everything over into the family room. So I got this little rectangle, and then I also got this large one. I loved all of the colors in these. This is a really good size for me to take a whole bunch of things down to the basement if we're having a movie night. And I just thought they were really pretty and super inexpensive. So that's what I got from Ikea. After that, I decided to go to HomeSense and have a little look for a lamp there. I didn't find anything, but I did love seeing all of the fall and Halloween decor. It just always gets me in the mood for fall. And then after that, I walked over to Bath and Body Works because they were having a big candle sale. And what says fall more than a Bath and Body Works candle? I don't know. So I got 2, and I think these are both new scents to me. This one is pumpkin and salted toffee. It's got notes of sticky toffee, pumpkin, and maple butter. It's kind of sweet, but it's really nice. And then I got this one. It's called Cozy Sunday Night, and I think it's a ginger, crystallized ginger and vanilla bean. It's also really nice, and I loved the artwork on this one. I just thought it was so pretty and perfect for fall. Good morning. It's another day again. The days have been flying by this week. I feel like I've been doing a really good job about squeezing out the last beautiful bits of summer while also getting excited for fall, and I've been slipping into some really good routines this week. I wanted to wrap up this video and share one last thing with you. I'm going to be a vendor this September 12th at the Kitchener Waterloo Knitters Fair. I've attended the show in the past and loved it, but I have never been a vendor before, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've been working very hard on lots and lots of new things to bring. I'm going to keep most of them as a surprise for now, but there's one thing I did want to share with you. The Cozy Knitter and I have been putting together kits for quite some time now. I will pick out a fabric that we both really love for a small project bag. Christina will dye up a self-striping yarn to coordinate with it, and we've had so much fun doing it. And this bag, I feel like it just epitomizes everything that I have loved this year. It is a collection of teapots and dishes and birds, and I think it is so beautiful. Christina has been working on the most beautiful yarn to go with it, and we will have these at the Kitchener Waterloo Knitters Fair, and then they will be in our shops after that. And yeah, we don't have a name for it just yet, but I wanted to give you a little sneak peek. I thought it was so pretty, and I love the pink zipper with the green tassel on this one. So that is our new Cozy Knitter by the Lakeside kit coming very soon. So I hope you guys have had a wonderful wrap up to your summer. I don't know if it's still summer where you are, but I am definitely ready to ease into a new season. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful start to the fall, and I will see you next time.